No-deal Brexit could still be on the cards as talks fail to produce a free trade agreement. The BBC's Katya Adler has hinted, talks concluded this week with the areas of divergence still remaining, although EU officials have insisted 95% of any trade deal has been agreed. Despite the claims from EU officials, Adler referenced the Brussels' previous claim that nothing is agreed until everything is agreed. In this light, if the areas of divergence remain between the two sides, a no-deal Brexit is still likely. She said, for all talk of 95% of deal being agreed, gaps remain on key outstanding issues: fish, competition regulations and governance of the deal. Since mantra of talks is, nothing is agreed till everything is agreed, this means if the 5% left isn't successfully negotiated, then game over. Although EU officials claimed a large part of the free trade deal has been agreed, the areas of divergence, fisheries, state aid and the dispute mechanism, still remain. Indeed, with those issues still remaining, officials in Brussels are increasingly fearful the two sides will fail to agree a deal in time. Speaking on behalf of Michel Barnier, the European Commission's Secretary-General Ilse Johansson said legal texts and most of the agreement had been finalized. She did, however, said, on the areas of divergence, the UK has not made significant moves. On fisheries, the UK wants an agreement similar to the treaty signed with Norway. Under this, annual negotiations are held on access and quotas. In response, the EU has instead tabled a proposal whereby negotiations on quotas would take place in 10 years' time. The EU also wants the UK to agree to a level playing field on state aid, while also forcing the UK into adhering to its environmental and labour standards. Now an independent nation, the UK has insisted by doing this, it would violate the purpose of Brexit, to regain sovereignty. EU Commission President said following talks, within the frame of the level playing field, progress, for example, has been made on the question of state aid, but there are still quite some meters to the finish line, so there's still a lot of work. Toto.